Today we're going to be talking about Sun and Moon's best sets to invest in. So go get your notepads and take some notes. Go get them! Get them! Go get them! Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean. You're in the Pokeball. Today's episode is going to be based purely off of card values and which sets in Sun and Moon have been holding the best card values. And I had to use a threshold. And one thing that we usually do is take $20 as a threshold. So that is going to be our benchmark on, how we look at these sets and which sets are best to invest in, and then also what the booster box are selling for, because that's important too. Also guys, stick around to the end of the episode because I'm going to give you today's pro tip of the day, and I'm going to be giving you two very specific cards that you can buy right now that are fully exploitable and people are just absolutely sleeping on. So stick around to the end of the episode to check those two cards out. All right guys, third most valuable set in Sun and Moon is Detective Pikachu. I'm just playing. That is definitely not, that is not the answer. First set we're going to look at, guys, is Unified Minds. All right, guys, so we are on Pokedata's website. I know a lot of people always ask about them. It is Pokedata. Card values are based off of last sold on eBay, so something also to note. I wanted to look at the artworks with you guys today, and not only just look at values, but look at the different styles and the different cards and the Pokemon that are attracting these prices. It's important to also take note of just the artwork and which Pokemon, because that is going to interact with people differently, and that will also cause people to pay more for items or sometimes pay less. So let's start at the bottom here, where the $20 threshold. Okay, so Viridian Forest, that's also a nostalgic that's just a spot, right? I mean, in the original game, the Viridian Forest, so that's probably why that's fetching that too. That's something to also take note of, guys, is the cards and the things and the Pokemon, the places, whatever it may be, the trainers, they interact with people on a nostalgic level, which will cause them to pay more. So that's just something to think about. All right, coming up, I mean, look at these cards, guys. Just Unified Minds has cracked artwork. So does just Sun and Moon, period. And that's something that I think people will start to catch on to, and it might be too late at that point once the sets become unreasonably priced and the booster boxes and stuff like that. But moving on, all right, we're going to go back past Executor here. Blues Tactics, this is a really sick card. I love the way this card looks. I mean, this card in a PSA 10, guys, is $67. That's insane. That's a crazy price to me. Let's see. Let's keep on looking here. So obviously the chase cards, right? The Mewtwo and Mew tag team. One that really surprised me, but not totally, because the artwork is just insane, is this Sableye and Tyranitar tag team card. This card is amazing looking. $28 loose on eBay. TCG Player has it at $50, so there's a bit of a dichotomy there. PSA 10 at $172. That's a sick looking card. I love that card. You guys might want to go back and dive a little bit deeper into these. I mean, you have Garchomp and Giratina here as a hyper rare. This Dragonite hyper rare is amazing. I can't believe how high this Slowpoke and Psyduck came in at. Not only high, they look high, but how high the price was that these cards came in at. This is obviously a no-brainer. This was actually surprising. It was surprising to see this hyper rare Mewtwo and Mew coming in after Misty's Favor, and then also the Galarian Raichu and the regular Raichu. This was a really interesting top three, in my opinion. Misty's Favor, that's like the top card. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy, but it makes sense. $279 for a PSA 10. I wonder what the Mewtwo and the Mew is in a PSA 10. I mean, this is something to take note of, guys. Something to check out. $260. Why do I feel like that's such a bargain? Man, prices have come down so much. Something to take a look at, guys. But yeah, this is Unified Minds. Unified Minds coming in third with 13 cards over $20. And something to note, booster box price on this set, $350. So, seems very affordable, in my opinion, for the amount of cards and just the artwork. All right, guys, number 2 on our list in Sun and Moon might surprise you, but it's going to be Team Up. So a lot of you coming into this, I am positive that you guys said, yo, Team Up is going to be number 1. It's obvious. What's the point of this video even? It was also surprising to me when I was checking card values. So let's take a look at Team Up. Team Up is a literal, insane, amazing set. Artworks, the whole nine. I mean, it's 19 cards, guys, over $20. There is also something to be said about availability and the amount that was printed. Team Up was obviously printed. Well, might not be obvious to some of you, but Team Up was printed less, right? So that's why it's going to fetch that higher price when we're going to talk about the booster boxes. But let's look at the artworks real quick. So many on the cusp of 20. I mean, this could have easily. Yo, look at look at that card. Colton and I actually pulled that at Collecticon. I mean, the lower end cards, even guys, are just absolutely insane. You have to go all the way down to start finding like the ones that people aren't going to, that they're not going to want to be a part of. But I mean, let's just take a look at these. Let's start it when we're over 20. So it's right here, right? We're at the cusp right here with this Venusaur and Celebi. Beautiful cards. Ampharos is even coming in before that, but it is a hyper rare. That makes sense, right? Guys, we're Gengar fans in here. This set has Gengars all over the place. It has one of my favorite contemporary Gengar artworks, which I'm going to show you. It's not this one right here, but let's move up a little. Yeah, look at this Eevee and Snorlax. Beautiful card. Of course, the Latios and Latias hyper rare, also with the Venusaur and Celebi hyper rare. There's the Gengar hyper rare, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, okay, let's just go right up to it. Screw it. They even have Pikachu and Zekrom in here. I mean, this set is just insane. This is one of my favorite contemporary Gengar artworks. There's something that's dark about it, but there's also something that's kind of more light. And obviously, you have Mimikyu there. There's this card just, there's just something about it. I love this card. This thing is going for $359 in a PSA 10. Loose, it's selling for $67. I mean, for me, that's a bargain loose. I was surprised to see the Magikarp and Wailord come in, but I mean, this card is just, it's cool looking. It's just amazingly. This is one of our first looks where they're starting to go for that alternate art type of feel, right? They're starting to do that right here. And then this is the big boy, of course. The Latios and Latias. I mean, a lot of people love this card. I remember when this card first came out, people were like, who cares? You never know sometimes which card is just going to become a cult classic and just absolutely take off. Look at the PSA 10 on this, guys. $909. We're going to have to do a break on Team Up, I think, is the play. 266 loose. TCG has it at 328. I hope you guys have this card because maybe the sky's just the limit. I mean, it's a beautiful card. What can be said? One thing to note on this set, guys, Team Up booster box prices are coming in at $900. Something to note there. All right, guys, number one set, that is going to be Cosmic Eclipse. Guys, Cosmic Eclipse is coming in with 20 cards at over $20. It's absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it. My finger started to cramp. That's how many times I had to scroll down. And they have multiple cards on the cusp of $20, which some of them, I mean, look at this card for 15 bucks right here. There is value as far as I'm concerned all over this set. The booster box price is affordable. We'll talk about that soon. But let's just get to the $20 threshold. All right, so we're right here. Again, this is kind of like the Viridian Forest deal. Professor Oak setup. What vibe does this give you? This is literally the first scene of the video game when we all were kids and we played the video game for our first time. Didn't matter if it was Professor Oak, Juniper, whoever, Elm. You always got to pick your first starter Pokemon. There's a nostalgic feel about this card, and it makes total sense that it would be at $20. Okay, so let's see. Moving on, Ends Resolved. Here's a Vileplume GX. This also gives me an alternate art type of vibe. I mean, this set, guys, pro tip, get yourself some freaking Cosmic. I've been saying it for like a year, but I mean, look at this card. Look at this card. I mean, this card is deep. It's insane looking. And for $25 loose, it might not be as big of a play as today's pro tip, but it is a play. All right, let's keep on looking here. We have this beautiful Blastoise and Piplup. We have this red and blue tag team trainer card. This thing is gorgeous. $46, that makes total sense. Obviously, this was the chase card for a long time, Charizard and Braxton, but look at how far the mighty have fallen. This card is selling loose for $65. $258 in a PSA 10. I remember people were paying out of their nose for this card in a PSA 10. Just, it's crazy to see how much it's come down. Cynthia and Caitlyn, I mean, that makes sense, you know. Obviously, there's this full art Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia, but the one that really surprised me was the Rosa for $116. Oh, I almost just passed. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite character rare card. As far as like the trainer gallery, this is one of This is one of my favorite character rare cards. It's probably my favorite. It's honestly probably my favorite. Last sold on eBay for $30. TCG has it at $32. PSA 10 for $168. I'm gonna go pick one up. I have it loose. I have a few copies loose. I don't have one in a PSA 10. I'm gonna go pick this up in a PSA 10. I think there's money there. Long story short, guys, Cosmic Eclipse, absolutely insane. All right, today's pro tip of the day, guys. People are sleeping on these, and it's probably because of the set that they're in. I have them personally in a PSA 10. The value on these could be great in the coming future, and that's gonna be the Umbreon and Espeon Hyper Rares from Sun and Moon base. So a lot of you guys are gonna be like, whoa. Sun and Moon has Eeveelutions? They absolutely do. Not only do they have Eeveelutions, but they have Hyper Rare forms that are at like literally $20. I even checked sold listing comps on eBay. It's there, okay? This Umbreon in a Hyper Rare is selling on eBay, last sold for $23. TCG has it at $29. But guys, PSA 10 for this card, $168. Print run was not great. Quality was not great in Sun and Moon. This is something to note. This is a scoop for me. I already have the card, so I'm going to leave the next one for the next guy. But there is definitely an exploitable purchase here on this card as far as I'm concerned, especially in a PSA 10. You can pick it up for $164. I mean, holy smokes. This card could easily fetch $300-$400 in 5 to 10 years. Easily. That's an exploitable purchase. Same thing with this Espeon. I mean, this is the third most valuable card in Sun and Moon base. I don't know what they did wrong. Probably just, you know, they're trying to just figure it out because they came on so strong. But out of the gates, not great. This Espeon is $18 last sold on eBay. Okay? That's so... TCG has it at $19. That's crazy. These are exploitable purchases as far as I'm concerned. $95 in a PSA 10. There's money all over the place in this set, or in this collection in general, which is Sun and Moon. But that's something to take note of. That's our pro tip of the day, guys. I mean, go get yourself one if you don't already, and you can thank me later. That's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace!
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?